This is Group A2 and this is our video on the lifestyle in Shanghai.
Shanghai's food culture is vastly different from Singapore. Here, let me show you why. In Shanghai, many tables are the lazy student tables, especially in Chinese restaurants, because this allows for people to share different dishes between each other. This is also because the Chinese prefer to have a wide variety of flavors, and they enjoy different flavors in one meal. This is quite similar to Singapore, as the majority of the people in Singapore are Chinese, so they have many Chinese restaurants with the same culture. Furthermore, round tables also allow for more interactions between different people, as they have a common talking point.
Chopsticks are the most widely used utensil in China. However, it might be a challenge for foreigners to use it, as they might not be accustomed to using it.
Used utensil in China. Trash.
There are also some eating etiquettes that need to be followed in China. For example, the eldest person always eats first, and you should not point your chopsticks at another person. This is different from Singapore, as we do not follow these rules.
Oi, who said you can start eating? Oi, who said you can point chopstick, huh?
Similar to Singapore, poking your chopsticks through the rice is also deemed as inappropriate, as it looks like incense sticks, which is used in offering food to the dead. There are also certain drinking etiquettes that the Shanghainese follow, such as knocking twice on the table to cheers and cheering the bottom of another person's glass to show respect.
Shanghai has many takeaway stores who cater to people with different food preferences, such as vegetarians. Shanghai has a multitude of fast food restaurants ranging from McDonald's, KFC and Starbucks. This makes them very accessible as they are near any apartment in Shanghai. This is similar to Singapore, as Singapore is very compact and most fast food restaurants are gathered together, making them very easily accessible.
Conclusion: Shanghai's food culture is very different from Singapore's. However, the food served is pretty similar and caters to a wide variety of people. Hence, I believe Singaporeans will have no problems adapting to the food here in Shanghai.
Shopping contributes to a large part of Shanghai economy. To cater to the large population of Shanghainese, streets like Nanjing Road, where we are currently at, has many stores scattered along the street. For businesses to stand out from each other, having large banners as advertising is a prominent part of such shopping district that really brings it to life. There are many different types of stores in Shanghai. For example, this is a shopping mall with many different types of boutique stores. Many stores in Shanghai goes over the top to appeal to the masses. For example, this Nike store has a very trendy design to it, boasting 4 stories worth of apparel. Have you ever seen this in Singapore? Shanghai also has many independent stores that sell their local products, such as this, and this. Both Shanghai and Singapore have major shopping streets such as the Nanjing Road in Shanghai and the Orchard Road in Singapore, which sells branded goods while offering scenic views. However, in Shanghai, offers more traditional looking shopping districts such as the Chen Huang Temple when compared to Singapore's more urban buildings. Furthermore, the size of retail stores are much larger, with many of them having several stories, which is something Singapore lacks due to the limited land in Singapore. However, when shopping in Shanghai, there might be a language barrier between you and the Shanghainese, as they have limited English speaking skills. This is something that will not happen in Singapore, as majority of the locals speak English. Hence, getting around on your own in Shanghai will be more challenging than in Singapore if one does not know how to speak Chinese. In conclusion, the shopping experience in Shanghai will definitely be better than the experience in Singapore, as it is cheaper when comparing to the taxi, food, and shopping expenses. Moreover, with retail stores shooting 2 to sometimes 4 stories high, consumers get more variety of apparels and more things to shop for.
Similar to Singapore, education plays an important role in China's society. We are currently in a classroom at SHU, and as you can see, the layout is drastically different from what you have in Singapore, as each student does not have their own personal desk, and they use generalized benches and tables instead. Don't you think it's more conducive this way? In addition, each classroom already offers an inbuilt desktop allowing for easy access to both the students and the teachers, making the preparation of classes simple and efficient. You can see the students are much more concentrated on the lessons conducted by the teachers, thus supporting our opinion of the improved classroom layout. Furthermore, students can easily travel between campuses via shuttle bus provided by the school. Let's head over to the library now. As we head towards the library, I will talk about some of the similarities between Shanghai and Singapore's tertiary institute. The facilities of the schools are well-rounded and cater to the various needs of the students, such as sport facilities, library, and technology centers, etc. Academically wise, both schools offers a great array of courses suitable for students of all walks of life. For example, in order to accommodate the international students, a separate building is built exclusive for them, and that lessons are taught in their native language, such as English. This shows the effort by both institutes to better their students. Welcome to the library. On a Sunday, one would expect the library to be empty as students would be out enjoying their weekends. However, to my surprise, there's actually quite a number of people at the library studying. It may be due to the fact that exams are coming up, as previously, during the interaction with the SHU students, they told us that their exams are around the corner. Moreover, there's a large variety of books, allowing students to research in depth on their course during their free time, allowing them to gain more insight on what they are doing. As we head back out, let's now talk about some of the differences between the Shanghai and Singapore Tertiary Institute. The biggest and most crucial thing that I noticed is that students were actually allowed to smoke right within the school compound. Unlike Singapore, where even some of the public areas are prohibited to smoke, I feel that the schools could do more on this area, as smoking within the school not only encourages more people to smoke, especially the youth when they just hit their legal age, but also those around them, as you will know, secondhand smoke is much more harmful. In addition, university is a place to study and not pick up bad habits. Thus, smoking should be prohibited to allow students for a more conducive environment. Similar to Singapore, the Shanghai students know when to take a break. On weekends, the park in SHU is littered with students enjoying recreational activities such as badminton, picnics, and even soccer.
As China is going through what is deemed as the second industrial revolution, this is especially so in Shanghai. With technologies such as mobile e-payments and services, I'll be discussing about what the different technology available in Shanghai is and how it is used in their daily life.
The use of mobile e-payment is very prominent in Shanghai. From using it to pay for convenience store food to paying for vending machines, e-payment is a widely adopted system in Shanghai. The following clip will show a local using e-payment with much ease.
好了吧，来看啊，来11块半吗？好的。好有吧？好的，差不多，一样弄。
With Shanghai's increasing use in technology, even their machines are getting smarter. Many vending machines in Shanghai allow for the use of e-payment methods.
Some vending machines even only accept e-payment methods to be used, such as this one right here. To use e-payment methods for these machines are made very simple. Come take a look. It's as simple as this. The Great Firewall of China is also a huge obstacle in China. It prevents foreign websites such as Google and Facebook from being accessible. As a result, China made applications such as WeChat that encompasses many features upon. For example, WeChat allows for communication between groups via messages and phone calls.
Right behind you.
WeChat even allows the use of group FaceTime, a convenient alternative to applications such as Skype and Discord. Compared to Singapore, the use of technology in Shanghai is pretty different. Even though Singaporeans are often considered much more technologically advanced than Shanghainese, it seems like the Shanghainese incorporates the use of technology into their daily lives more often than us. While us Singaporeans still use cash for most of our payments, the Shanghainese are rapidly switching to only using e-payment. However, there are still certain things that are very similar to Singapore. For example, like how we use online shopping applications such as Lazada or Amazon, the Shanghainese uses applications like Taobao. Both Singapore and Shanghai are also places taking great leaps in technological advancements. Technology is a major part of both places' economy and future, and new technological advancements are being made every single day. Overall, technology plays a very important role in the daily life of the Shanghainese. With Shanghai making leaps and bounds in terms of its technological advancements, it will only ever increase in pace from there. Who knows what the future may hold for this very promising city.
Commute in Shanghai is very different as compared to Singapore. From the pace of your lifestyle to the different driving culture. We will be going through the similarities and differences between China and Singapore. Why not follow me and see how people of Shanghai travel through train? Purchasing train tickets in Shanghai is made so convenient. The lifestyle in Shanghai is extremely fast. Because of this, train doors close unusually fast as well. See? Train doors just close. To make travelling more efficient, people in Shanghai stand on both sides of the escalator.
Compared to Singapore, the average number of people travelling via train in Shanghai is way higher. This is because there are many more businesses in Shanghai, which causes locals to travel from one place to another more frequently.
Compared to Singapore, transport via train is way more easier. The lines in Singapore are made way easier to understand, and train rides are less stressful as you do not have to fear about rapidly closing doors. Although there are many fairly frequent number of breakdowns in Singapore, the train system there is still considerably smoother. There are also facilitators in Singapore that help to control the crowd better compared to Shanghai.
When comparing the road traffic in Shanghai to the road traffic back home in Singapore, the traffic in our homeland is definitely more organized and is safer. Traffic rules and regulations implied in Singapore are more stringent compared to Shanghai, and rules are also upheld better in Singapore. Road users, including drivers, abide by these rules closely and be more socially conscious in Singapore as compared to those in Shanghai. Law enforcement in Singapore is stricter as well.